Hi, this is Back to Basics Learning Center. Of course, this is my channel, and today I want to do a little bit of grammar. So, these videos are designed to help anyone of all ages get better in the basics, because as a country, as a nation, Americans lack basic understanding. And this is one of the reasons why we're in the shape we're in. That's why our schools are failing, and the country has deteriorated in many respects because of a lack of education, true education. Politically correct indoctrination is not education. So real education is knowing the basics, and that's what I'm trying to do here. Teach you the basics. I hope you'll take advantage of it. And I don't care if you're a young person, a child, it doesn't matter, adult, any age. So please, I hope you enjoy these videos. Okay, etymology. So this is the study of words, right? And what I want to do today is outline 9 parts of speech. Just briefly talk about 9 parts of speech. And most people don't know all the parts of speech. So let's go through them. Some of you might know, right? And that's good, but this is a good, this is a refresher. But if you don't know, this is something new. So a noun, now I'm reading from a very old book. This book is from 1885. So I find that some of the older books are better. So I found this old book and I thought it would be interesting. So a noun is a word used as the name of anything. Right? Now, of course, you know that a noun is a person, a place, a thing, or an idea, right? A person, place, or thing. Person, place, thing, or idea. This book says again, a noun is a word used as the name of anything. So it names a thing, right? So here's an example. They say soul, right? Notice putting religion, this old book right away. Soul, Washington. Like the state or like the city. Also it mentions country. Beauty. I would also say it could be a person, so we could say, let me erase this for a minute here. It could also be, Bob. Or Carmine, or Nancy, whatever. These are all people. That could be a person. The place I mentioned before was Washington. Thing, country. Also an idea. So love, hate, right? These things are nouns, but I can't put my finger on them, but they are nouns. So, okay. Also, God is a noun, right? God is a noun. Now, let's go to pronouns. So, what's a pronoun? According to this old, lovely book, this great book, is a word used in the place of a noun, right? Now, you know that. So, a pronoun could be him, her, his, it, any of that. Him, her, his, it, their. Okay? Any word that you use to replace a noun or represent a noun. So if we're going to refer to love, we could say it, or Henry, we could say him, or Nancy, we could say her instead. So it's just a word to represent a noun. Right? And an example, I'll put that again, could be it or him. Okay, now then we have an article. An article is the word, well, there's 3 of them here, right? The, a, or an, which is used before a noun to limit its meaning, right? Now, what does that mean? To limit its meaning. First, let me tell you what they are, right? So they are, again, the, a, or an. These are the articles. And we can limit a noun with an article. Now, how can we do that? So if I were to write star, let's just say, here's a noun, it's a star. Star. Okay. Star. But I don't, there's billions of stars. So I really don't know what star, which star. But if I say the star, then I'm referring to maybe something I'm pointing at, the North Star. So it could be, hey, I'm pointing over to the North Star. So that's the star. Not just star, it's the star. I could also write, a boy. Well, I could just write boy, but which boy? Now, if I write a boy, okay, we're talking about a boy. One boy here, a boy. We want to pick a boy. So the implication is it's one boy. Okay? And it's the same with an. Because the articles are the, a, an. Like you could say an insect, not just insect. So it limits it to maybe a particular insect that I might be pointing to or speaking about, right? A type of insect that I'm speaking about. Okay, let's go to adjective. Now, an adjective is a word used to describe or limit a noun or a pronoun. So it describes a noun or a pronoun. Okay, we might say, and they give an example here, which I like. Sweet apple. Right? Sweet apple. Sweet apple. So the apple is the noun, and it is sweet. So it's telling us a little bit about the apple, that it's sweet. You could put sour apple, and it would be an adjective, right? It would be an adjective. We could also write many books. Many books. Now you might say, hey, how could many be an adjective? It is an adjective. It is an adjective. It's describing books. Not just books, many books. Many books. Many books. Let's look at what else they say here. This is a really great book. Or you might say, here's a good example. Actually, I like this. He is good. He is good. Well, excuse me. He is a pronoun. He's a pronoun. And what about this he? He's good. We know something about him. He's good. Sorry, I'm writing it in the article section. It's really an adjective. But you get what I'm saying. I'm talking about adjectives. There's just not enough room here. Let me erase that then. I don't want to confuse you. So he is good. He is good. And good is the adjective describing he. Okay? All right. I erased the article. Let me put it back there. Because I'm going to move over here. These are all the parts of speech. And you can go and look these up online and learn a little bit more. This is just to give you a sample. A sampling of what they are. Okay, let's go to verb. A verb is a word used to assert action. Being or state, as in, here's one they say, I like this. James runs. Ooh, what does James do? He runs. The verb is runs. That's what he's doing. It also says, oh, I like this one. This is a great book. It also says, there's another one. He does something. Here's a good one. He does something. Well, he is the subject here. And I'll go over sentences at another time. He does. Action, something. Well, we don't know what that is. But anyway, it's the does that is the verb. Because it's the verb doing, to do. Let's see what else they give us. These are some great examples. Oh, here's a good one. The child sleeps. The child, the subject, is doing something. What? Sleeping. That's the action. So that's the verb. The child sleeps. All right? The child sleeps. The boy walks. The dog barks. The boy studies. The girl studies. Something like that. Now let's go to adverb. An adverb is a word used to qualify the meaning of a verb. An adjective or another adverb, as the following example. I'm going to have to erase this because I don't have enough room. So let me just rewrite this. So this is adverb I'm doing. It's a little long here. I'll read that again. So an adverb is a word used to qualify the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another verb, or another adverb, as in this. He is very industrious, meaning he's not a lazy bum. And advances rapidly in his studies. Okay, so let's see what it says here. So very and rapidly. He is what? Well, industrious. Industrious means to be a hard worker. I'm industrious. And I was raised that way, thank God. And this very is an adverb. It's describing my not laziness, my industriousness, my desire to work and to amount to something in life. And then advances rapidly. Now, advances is also a verb. And it's telling us how this person, he, advances rapidly in his studies. Of course, he's not lazy. So he is very industrious and advances rapidly in his studies. You've got two adverbs right there. So the adverb describes, modifies in some way, they say qualify the meaning, which means to modify. That's an old way of saying of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Right? So, very, very interesting and very good. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Now we have prepositions. Preposition is a word used before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation to some preceding word. Here's an example. The boy went with his father to the library. Okay. So, the boy went with his father to the library. He went with his father to the library. So those are the prepositions. I wanted to just see if they gave me anything else. Yeah. So again, a preposition, right, according to this old school book, is a word used before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation to some preceding word. Right? So there's your pronoun. There's an article. And it's showing his relation. The boy, what did he do? The noun, what did he do? The boy, the noun, he went what? With his father. Went with his father to the library. Another noun. Okay? And there's a whole list of prepositions. I can do videos just on prepositions, but this is just a sampler. All right? Let me erase this for a minute in case I need to write anything else here. Okay? So we have noun, pronoun, article, preposition, adjective, adverb. Now we have conjunction. Now a conjunction is a word used to connect the words, the parts of a sentence, or the sentences between which it is placed. Such as, here's an example, he is patient and happy. Because, you know this is a great old school book, because he is a Christian. You bet your bottom dollar. Not a devil worshiper. He is a patient and happy. He is patient and happy because he is a Christian. So he is patient and happy because he is a Christian. And because, actually, here is acting as a conjunction. He is patient and happy. So that section, so the patient and the happy are linked with the conjunction. And then that whole thing is linked to, because he's a Christian. So patient and happy is linked to being a Christian. Awesome sentence. Okay. Now, let's do an interjection. Praise be Jesus. Let's see, interjection. An interjection is a word used in exclamation to express some emotion of the mind. So an emotion of the mind. Like, ha, phew, psha. No one says that anymore. Alas, no one says that anymore. I'll tell you what we say, right? This is what we say. An interjection. Please, please, come on, please. Or we'll say, oh, something like that. Okay? So, anything with strong emotion. Now let me just say these once more, all right? And then we'll end this video. So, the parts of speech are a noun, okay, pronoun, an article, an adjective, an adverb, a preposition, a conjunction, and an interjection. So a noun is Gary. The pronoun is him. The article is the. The adjective is beautiful. Just giving certain examples. The verb might be sleeps or believes in God. Or the adverb would be rapidly, like it says. Preposition, from, is another one. Conjunction, and, is a very popular one. And of course the interjection, please, or alas, which we don't really say anymore. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, Back to Basics Learning Center, but on YouTube it's Back to Basics Learning channel. But the whole idea is to bring you back to basics, and everyone should know the parts of speech. It's basic. Even if you don't have a college education, you should know the parts of speech. Everyone should. Okay? So I hope this helps, and I'll do more videos on this. Thank you.